Jamie on the mic, got the stats so tight. Jonathan's fire bringing heat tonight. Justin with the plays, got the game on lock. Jacob's got the style, we're ready to rock.
Brothers united, talking all the sports, laughing, debating. We bring the reports from the field to the court. We calling the spree, four voices, brothers, and let's take pure comedy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the 4J shows, where four brothers, four versus endless takes and just pure comedy. I am Jamie, and I'll let the other brothers introduce themselves.
So, fact checker Justin, just saying, Eagles would have made this a better Super Bowl, but we ain't got to get into it like that. You know what I'm saying? But we can pass it on.
What's up? Jacob coming at you with more biased takes. And just let y'all know, I am the best brother at eating a pizza. Just letting y'all know.
All right.
Just letting y'all know.
We get,
Bro,
just let y'all know we had a competition who can eat the largest.
I wasn't in
Me and
it.
him had a competition who can eat the large Papa John's pizza the fastest. It was rigged against me. That's all I'm saying.
let's just put it like this.
But
It
he
wasn't a competition. It wasn't
Okay.
a competition.
Okay, we ain't got to put that there.
All right. Let's get into it.
Anyway, but let's hop into it. So, literally, we were filming this 10 minutes after the Super Bowl just ended, and to be honest with you, even me, who enjoys good defense, that was kind of a boring Super Bowl, only because I love a defensive battle, but it never felt like New England had a chance. Like, their defense did the great bend, don't break, but they bent too much to give up field goals. And so to say that was an exciting Super Bowl would be a lie. Like, it was a good game for Seattle. They dominated from kick to the whistle. They dominated, but kind of boring game, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's not even that blowouts have to be boring. I think it was just boring because there wasn't any touchdowns. You didn't get your first touchdown until literally the third quarter, towards the end of it. It's like it'll be one thing if Seattle's blowing them out with touchdowns. Then that's fun to watch because I love to watch touchdowns. I love to watch touchdowns. I make sound like a kid. I like to watch good offense. I love good defense. I was a defensive player, so watching good defense was great to see. But like you said, it's like the only way those games are truly fun is one team is at least scoring touchdowns. Like kicking field goals, that's not fun to watch.
Or I'm okay if they're trading field goals,
Yes.
or if New England's offense ever looked like it had the opportunity. Because when they kept making field goals, I kept saying, you're letting New England stay in this. But then I kept watching it, and it was like the announcers even said it. They were like, at this point, Sam Darnold knows if they make one more field goal, this one's almost over. And it was the truth. Like, it felt over. When they hit 12, I was like, I don't think New England could score twice.
I was gonna say Jacob said the same thing.
Yeah, because we were watching it together, and I was like, bro, this is bad. Whenever they showed like the halftime stats and they showed up like the drives that New England has put up, it was like 25 yards, 12 yards, 3 yards, -2 yards,
6
punt,
yards.
punt, and it's like, brother.
But I think it's kind of like, and just because I can't remember. Congrats to Seattle. I was rooting for y'all.
For sure.
Y'all heck of a season. Y'all's
Dominant.
defense. I've always have believed that defense wins championships. Y'all's defense was legit this year. Y'all had one of my favorite rookies in Mawari. Even though his mom had no clue what was happening this week, if you've heard her interviews, she literally came out and said, I don't understand why this is such a big deal. Like, I don't get the Super Bowl. It was so funny to watch her. But she's definitely one of my favorite rookies. Hey, Dex Lawrence, you're the definition of calling your own shot. You said it at the beginning of the season. You were never going to win at Dallas. We all knew that, brother. We all knew that. So I'm glad you betted on yourself and went to a team that you knew you were going to win. I didn't think it was going to be first year, but hey, I guess you calling your shot like that, you put it out into the atmosphere, and it was answered. So congrats to the Seattle Seahawks. But I think this kind of went in the way that we all thought it would. If you listen to commentary throughout the week, most of it was, and Jacob pointed it out to me, it's like most of it was is Sam Darnold going to mess up enough to let New England win? It was never the real thought that New England would just go in there and actually win this game. Like, obviously New England fans probably thought that, but most football fans probably knew like Seattle was going to run this game. We've all watched the Patriots offense. This is nothing against the Patriots. Honestly, I'm not trying to be a hater against them.
Their
it's
defense
hard-
is elite.
I am.
huh?
Their defense is elite.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be a hater towards them. It's just, hey, everybody's been saying it all year. It's not like no one's saying not the truth. You played a weak schedule. You played two teams that had records over 500. You lost to the Steelers, and the Bills. You split with them, and they're in the division. So it's like, that's just how the cookie crumbles. Like, if you don't get tested throughout the season and then you get into the playoffs, and let's be real, Justin Herbert and the Chargers, they're not a good team. And poor folks in the comments try to get me. I know they beat my Eagles, but we did everything wrong to let them beat us. You know what I'm saying? So they weren't a good team. Then you go play the Texans. CJ Stroud has not looked good since his rookie year. Now, that defense was elite, but let's be real. That game was not no blowout because CJ Stroud just kept giving it to you, and Drake May was giving it to them. Like, it was just going back and forth. And then against the Broncos, let's be real. If Bo Nix plays that game, I just don't see them winning that one.
Or if Stidham just doesn't
give
you the ball.
Yeah, if he
Straight
doesn't
up
give you the ball at the 10-yard line, you probably don't win that game. So it's like, it's nothing against y'all. I think y'all were just 1 or 2 years too early, but you made it to the dance. So Drake May, you got more praise from me than half of these bum quarterbacks in the league right now, because you made it to the dance. You made it to the dance. You can always say you went to the Super Bowl. Will y'all be back? It's hard to win in this league, so we'll see. But you went to the dance. So, much props to both of these leagues, but I think everybody kind of figured how this game was going to go. Seattle's defense was going to determine the game, and Sam Darnold, you just had to do enough. And really, it was Kenneth Walker that did everything. It felt like every big play was Kenneth Walker. So I think it went how everybody predicted. It just was not that entertaining to watch. If you're just being real.
Let me give y'all the real take. The Patriots were trash the whole year. The entire season, they were trash. They were barely beating teams, just hot garbage, getting by with their good defense. And like I said, I called this at the beginning of the playoffs. I said the Patriots were frauds. I basically said everybody in the AFC were frauds. I think the NFC was going to win this no matter who came out of the division. Low key, I think the people with the best chance would have been the Broncos, but with Bo Nix getting hurt, that wasn't a chance anymore. But the Patriots are frauds. They always been frauds. They're cheaters, just pure losers, just in general.
All right,
just a trash franchise overall.
These are his views.
Man, no, this is the views of the entire podcast.
Okay.
And
no, do not.
And shout out before they do, we're watching the ending of it now. Before they do the MVP, I think the MVP should be their kicker.
Yes,
the Seahawks kicker.
1,000%.
He went crazy.
17 points.
17
Jason
points.
Myers.
Scored half of their points. Winning absolutely insane. Shout out to you.
You know what? Jason Myers. Give me a second, Jason. Let me find y'all. There it is. Jason Myers. On behalf of the 4Js show, we present you with Super Bowl MVP. Congratulations, sir. You were the true MVP of this game. You kept us all entertained.
They haven't announced it yet, have they?
Every single quarter, you put points up. So congrats to you. You're a real champion. I don't, Mr. Myers.
Hey, also, shout out to Jalen Miro and Job. Bama built. Bama will always be the best.
All I'm saying, if your name is Jalen, go to Bama because you become a Super Bowl champ. Back-to-back years, a quarterback named Jalen from Bama is Super Bowl champion. That's all we got to say. I do wonder who this MVP is going to be, honestly.
I'm actually kind of curious.
Was it Kenneth Walker?
Because it's like, to me, it's Kenneth Walker or it's the kicker.
It has to be.
I don't think you...
Or a defensive player.
You could do defensive player, but I don't think one defensive player had a I don't think one defensive player had a game that was just crazy.
Game.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it was their entire defense played lights out.
Yeah.
And so it's like, because you could, like, if you could be like MVP defensive line, that's where they truly won it. MVP defensive line.
Oh, it's Kenneth.
Yeah, it is
Kenneth Walker. He's your Super Bowl MVP. He is the one for the NFL. For the 4J show.
The real MVP.
The real MVP. Just
No, I give him that. Like, he was dominant. They couldn't tackle him.
Yeah, they couldn't
They
take
could
him.
not
gosh,
tackle
no.
him until they got to the 30, and then that's where they kind of puttered out their offense, and their kicker.
Now that
is
the
MVP
season
to me.
is over and stuff like that, Seattle, honestly, and this is a true take, Kenneth Walker could be one of the best backs in the league, no question, if they didn't get down to the 10-yard line all the time and then hand it off to Charbonnet
Yeah.
for him to take all the touchdowns. So Kenneth Walker would literally drive them down the field, and then they'll just take him out and give it to Zach. Kenneth Walker would easily be up there with any running back if you just let him be the sole running back for your team. I think this postseason kind of showed it once Charbonnet went down with the ACL, and I think next year's going to show it too, since Charbonnet won't be back by the beginning of the season more than likely. So all I'm saying is he's 25. Keep your eyes out for Kenneth Walker next year. He might have his true breakout season, even though I still think he's top 5 running back right now. So
I agree.
He shook that dude. He shook 2 of those dudes. I was like, oh, wow.
What? It wasn't even like the shaking too. There was a couple of times where they hit him at the line, and I was like, oh, they got to stop. Like, either at the line or nothing. And then the next thing you know, like, you see wiggle, he's 2-3 yards ahead. And I'm like, and those on paper, those don't look huge. But like knowing ball, that 2-3 yards falling through set their offense up so much better than what it was. So it was just crazy. It was he had a phenomenal game. And I'm not really mad about him being the MVP at all, because he really did set their offense up. Whenever they needed to play, they kind of got him the ball, and he made it happen. So I'm not mad about that. But I do think the kicker, I mean, Myers got to get
if you
love.
look throughout the season, he won them a lot of games, that kicker. I mean, he was phenomenal this year. So.
And then last thing I want to say is y'all were talking about how he was running.
Mm-hmm.
You know who he reminded me of?
Who?
Le'Veon Bell. That's how he used to run. You see how he was tiptoeing and then he hit the hole. I'm just saying. I wonder who he learned that from. But anyway, we can move on.
Anyway. Speaking of Super Bowl, since we're kind of just doing a Super Bowl show real quick, what y'all think about that halftime show? Because me personally, I didn't understand a word of it, but I was vibing. Like I felt like visually, storytelling, everything like that. It was one of the more entertaining shows that we have. It wasn't just standing on stage and dancing. It was like, let me move here, move here, move here. And to me, I was very, very entertained by it. I thought it was a good show.
Yeah, like I thought it was great. I thought the visuals were great. I thought every stage was really good. Shocking. The only part I did not like was the only part in English when Lady Gaga came. And it wasn't because of Lady Gaga. Like, I don't mind Lady Gaga. It was literally because it didn't flow. Like, she tried to flow that song in a Spanish style. And it was like, that don't flow that way. Like, that's not the song for that. And like, I get that's your big song right now, but it wasn't the song for that. Like, if Bruno came out because of the way that he might have could have flown it a little bit better than what Lady Gaga did. But outside of that, it was perfect. And then, because I don't mind, and this would be just me. You ain't got nobody else's views, just me. If you really didn't like that just because you think he wasn't American, get your facts straight. He is. Sorry to tell you. I don't know what y'all think Puerto Rico is, but it is. If you really just didn't watch it because you did for those reasons, that's just ignorance at the end of the day. And that's just my thing, because it was entertaining. And I don't think it was the best one because he wasn't my favorite artist. But just because I don't think it was the best one because he wasn't my favorite doesn't mean it wasn't a good show. It was still a really good show. And then at the end, all he did was preach love. So how could you even hate a man preaching love for America? Like, he even said, God bless America for you fools. Like, I don't understand all the hate that came from it this whole time, but I thought it was very entertaining.
Yeah, I give it a 9 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason it's not a 10 is because I couldn't understand it. But I like the songs. I was over there. I was dancing a little bit. I was getting a little shimmy with it. But I really enjoyed it. I saw one of my favorite actresses, Jessica Alba. Oh my God. And then I liked it. I liked the storytelling. It was pretty interesting. It had a different vibe than than the past Super Bowls, and I really just enjoyed it. And then I especially like the end when he brought out all the flags. You see everything, and then you see on the back of it what I forgot what the back said on the
Together we
Together
are
we're
America.
America.
And you're talking about on the billboard?
Yeah.
It was something about oh man, it was something like it's harder to hate than it is to love.
Yeah,
or
something like that. Harder to hate than love, and I like that.
Yeah.
I really like the message he was pushing.
No, for sure. No, I agree 100%. 100%.
And then
I thought it was very even not understanding it. I thought it was very entertaining.
Mm.
So
okay, so I think we're moving off the halftime show, right?
Yeah.
Before we move off, commercials were terrible this year.
Oh,
Please pick it up.
awful.
Please pick it up, bro.
It's
I can't
so
even.
bad.
This is the first Super Bowl in a long time where I'm coming away not having a commercial that like stuck out to me.
Not one. Not one.
wanna
Well,
know
you know
why?
what? One stuck out because I had a very, which I know. Ooh, should I even say what the commercial said? I mean, the commercial said it. It ain't like I said it.
No, it was.
Should I not say it?
It was the Jewish hate commercial.
That was wild. Like I had to explain that to my kid. Like that was a wild thing to see. Like, and I get it. Like I understand. Like you want to stand up for hate, but that was just a wild thing to put it right there in a commercial. Also, the Mike Tyson commercial was very strange, and for that to be a government commercial was such a strange commercial. Like, I mean, I get it. Yeah, eat real food, but that was just a weird way to call America just some fat pudgy people. It's like, oh my god, like what is this? Like, it's very strange commercials. Nothing good, like everybody is saying. Like,
And you want to know what I think a lot of the issues were, like realistically, and I'm not against it by any means, but realistically, I think it was because people were using too much AI. Because some of those commercials didn't make sense, and it was like this felt like an AI mapped out commercial.
are you talking about was it Dunkin' Donuts where it had all the old their celebrities looking like they used to look like back in their younger days and stuff like that? Like,
but it's not even that.
strangest
No,
thing.
I'm not even talking about using AI to do the footage. I'm talking about like it felt like the scripts were written by AI because some of it was just like this idea did not flow well. Like some of it was like I get where they were trying to like the Jurassic Park Xfinity. That one did kind of stick out. Jurassic Park Xfinity commercial. That one was kind of clever. Like I like that. Like if y'all would have just hooked up with our Wi-Fi, you wouldn't have ever had your park shut down. Like that one was clever. But then again, it was still like some of this commercial. But like realistically, like normally you come out and you were like this commercial. Tonight I was just like,
did you see the Coinbase crypto commercial where it's literally just a Backstreet song on like PowerPoint? And I'm like, what is this? Like this is it seems like you spent more money on the spot than you did the actual commercial.
Yeah, I felt like also we need to get away from celebrities being in these.
There's too many.
If you remember the old commercials that were memorable, there was no celebrities in it.
Yeah.
It was just a funny commercial.
Don't y'all find it funny? And I know this is probably just our view or my view. I know Dad has his view. Jamie, I think you do too. That the best commercial still has not been beaten is that Doritos commercial.
Yeah.
I was literally thinking about that commercial. Don't stop my mama. Don't stop my Doritos.
Like that was such a good commercial. Yeah.
I remember when that commercial came on, I was dying laughing. I think we literally went straight to YouTube trying to find it because I was rolling.
Doritos should make a remake of it.
Oh,
like
it'd
the
be
kid
so
growing up.
And he's the one who gets slapped by a kid.
He's the one getting slapped by a kid.
Doritos, hey, if you do it though, we want some. We're gonna put this out there. We want some of that money. Because we're giving you gold right here.
But no, I think that would be a fun question though, and we could pop it up on the channel too. But like we said, I think our favorite one was that Doritos commercial. But like, I want to know what like some of the other people's favorite all-time Super Bowl commercial was because that's one of my all-time favorites. Like,
let us know in the comments.
Oh yeah.
Forget that.
That'd be a good one to know. But
yeah, because I would love to see what other people think. Because there's always some that you forget about over the years that you're like, oh man, I could. But that's one that always sticks out. I will never forget that commercial because I just remember dying when that little boy slapped him because it felt like he slapped him with his soul. That was funny. But yeah, no, for sure. But anything else y'all want to get into? Y'all want to talk about the game anymore or anything like that? I mean, the game was kind of.
It was just boring. It was a boring Super Bowl.
This is what I hate about the Super Bowl. It's like there's there's not like a play that stood out. There's like, oh, like you see that play like that, like last year.
I
the
hate
dagger.
Kenneth Walker's touchdown got taken
Yeah.
away.
That got
'Cause
taken
that
away.
would've
Like
been
that would have been a
one.
play. Like last year, you had the dagger. The year before that, you had. I mean, it was OT, so you had that touchdown. Like you
The
could
year
go.
before that, it was the holding, the pass
Yeah, the
interference.
pass interference and it's the fumble and you tied up with the 2 points and like you can remember it's like this
What
one's
the
like,
year before that was when Joe Burrow
yeah,
has what's his name wide open
and Aaron Donald closes the game. Like I mean, there were so many memorable moments, and in this Super Bowl, like literally, I might go down. It's like I might remember this one as the Jason Myers Super Bowl. Like I remember the kicks like that. That was the biggest thing in.
Really and truly, and I know why they don't do it, but low key, I feel like this was the year you really could have gave Kicker Super Bowl MVP. Like I
Easily
really
could've.
think you could have,
Yeah.
like because and it wasn't like he was making little chip shot field goals. Like he
was making
41,
40 yards.
and I know that's technically chip shot in today's kicking, but it just felt like I don't know, 17 points in a Super Bowl, like.
It's pretty
Come
good. It's
on.
pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. So
Yeah, no.
yeah.
But anyway,
it's just
I guess we
interesting.
can move into some of the other stuff that happened this week. If y'all want to talk about Atlanta,
We'll get
I got last.
we'll get to the NFL honors first.
Yeah,
we
NFL
can run through that.
let's go to
one real
NFL
quick.
on it. Okay. Well, Super Bowl MVP this year was Matthew Stafford, and after tonight's game, I'm glad they went with Stafford and not May
Yes.
because if they would have
Not
went
Super Bowl
with May,
MVP, NFL MVP. You said Super Bowl MVP.
that's what I said. I said we said. Oh, did I say?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
yeah. Oh, okay.
my bad. But after NFL, I was saying let's get into the NFL words. This year's MVP was Matthew Stafford, and legitimately, if they would have gave it to May, you know how bad the internet would have been cracking after tonight's game. And I don't really want to blame May because that offensive line. I want to blame the coordinators and offensive line a little bit because they were calling. They needed to get the ball out of May's hand quicker. But Matthew Stafford won it, and honestly, after the year he had, like it felt like it was his to win. I mean, or his to lose. He had a phenomenal year. If they would have, I think he might have lost it if they would have ended up losing that playoff game to Carolina. I don't think he would have won it. But with the year he had, I mean, he just showed out all year long. Like they were a solid team.
I'll say this. And first, congratulations to Matthew Stafford for your MVP. That should solidify you into the Hall of Fame. I would guess you're now a Super Bowl winner and an MVP winner. So I'm gonna guess that's
The
gonna solidify you.
oldest quarterback to win the first MVP.
Yeah. So congrats to him. You know, I'll point out something once Jacob gives his congrats and his thoughts on the MVP. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't really know who else could have truly won it outside of them two. So it doesn't shock me that Matthew won it. I definitely didn't think Drake should have won it, but that's just me. Dang, I really feel like it sounds like I hating on Drake, man. I really don't. It's just I just didn't think he would have. But congrats. Now I'll get my other take once Jacob gets his congrats.
Congratulations, Matthew Stafford. Good job. You came a long way from the Lions. They were a trash organization. Now that you own a good organization, you actually get your shine. Congrats. Drake May should have never even been in the conversation.
Okay.
No offense. I just don't think he should have been. I don't think his play was all that crazy. But that's all I got to say about that.
The only thing I'll point out real quick, and I wish I could tell y'all who I got this from. I blank on his name. But isn't it funny how last year stats and stuff could not win you MVP if you had the better stats? It was all about the record, and it was all about where your team was in the record and stuff like that. And that's why Josh Allen won it. But yet this year, Drake May had a better record. Drake May had a better team, obviously because they made it to the Super Bowl where Matthew Stafford did not. But yet this year, we could count the stats or the reason why he won it. So I just wish we had some consistency in this thing. Because last year, Lamar had better stats. But Josh was on a better team. So I was like, okay, understand what you're saying. I get you. But yeah, this year we switch it right back. He's like, what are we doing? We just had a little consistency. Same thing with I don't know if y'all want to get into who made it to the Hall of Fame, same thing with that. That little consistency with this whole thing. Just a little consistency. Because it don't seem like there's any consistency anymore. But that's all I got to say. Who won Coach of the Year?
Vrabel.
Vrabel,
Like
which
Vrabel.
well deserved. What they went from
Well-deserved.
4 wins to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean,
Turned it around.
I think greatest turnaround in NFL history. Realistically, going from 4 wins a year prior to a Super Bowl. That's what you do on the game. That's not what you do in real life.
Yeah.
So phenomenal. So oh, that's Lindsey Vaughn. Yeah.
Oh, that's a girl that tore her ACL. You know what?
Yeah, I didn't
Praise
think
up
she.
you. I just saw your crash live.
great.
Well, it wasn't live because I saw it earlier, but saw it again.
Yeah, but yeah, no.
And
But
then you
defense
had
player of the year, Myles Garrett made sense.
Mason.
Couldn't honestly,
TJ's still better, though.
honestly, this could have been a year where if he would have been on a better team, you could have had the argument that he should have been
MVP.
NFL MVP.
Easily.
Because if you look at what their defense did and some of the wins that they had were purely because of defense, you could say he was the most valuable player. But I do get
in
why
my
not,
lifetime,
because their team was so tragic.
In my lifetime, him and JJ Watt easily should, and Aaron Donald easily should have won MVPs for the entire league, not just defensive player of the year, just straight up MVPs. I think those 3 players have got cheated in their careers. You will never see a defensive player, let's be real. Just like in college, you're never going to see another defense player. Like, it's just not going to happen.
The only way you will is going to be a defensive back with a crazy amount of picks, and they also are going to return kicks and have stuff like that.
And I guarantee he would also probably have to be a punt returner. He would have to be. Like, that would be the only way I could see it. Which is insanity because JJ Watt, y'all want to talk about a beast? JJ Watt should have won it maybe 2 times in his whole career. But congrats to you, Myles Garrett.
Any thoughts on that since he's your rival?
TJ Watt better.
TJ's better.
But shout out to you. You actually did really good. I think he's one of the best defensive players I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I've actually sat there and watched.
He's so fun to watch.
Yeah, he's actually really fun to watch.
Offensive Rookie of the Year, you got McMillan from the Carolina Panthers, and honestly, I mean, everybody kind of saw that coming. That Joker had a year for a rookie. Like, was 1,000 yards, receiving 7 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to come in from college ball and just come out and do that, like, not there's a people can say what they want, but there's a few lists of people who do it as rookies, like truly do it as rookies on teams that are still building too. Like he came in and became a number 1, and not a lot of guys come in as rookies, so I can give him mad respect for that.
That's all.
And then comeback player of the year, you got CMC.
I don't understand this reward anymore. Like I don't understand the reward. I get it. Like he came back from an injury,
a torn Achilles.
Yeah. So I get. It's like I get it, but I don't. I thought the comeback player of the year was like someone who was bad the year before and then came back and had a good season, not someone who was injured and came back. Like I'll never understand this award, I guess. But congrats, CMC.
Well, and I get what you're saying, because it's kind of like yes, he had a great year, but like he's had a lot of great years, and yes, he's coming off of injuries, but he's also a guy that's coming back who a offense was geared to stick with him versus some people who came back and it's like, man, they didn't even really play last year. All of a sudden they came back and they're doing, they got put into a system and now they're thriving versus, hey, we knew the 49ers were going to feed him the ball. It was just him getting healthy. So I get what you're saying.
Congrats.
I don't like it.
And then your defensive rookie of the year also came from Cleveland. With Schwarzinger,
the linebacker.
Hey, that's a bad linebacker right there. I give him all the props. I think the only other one that I could have seen getting it was Imawari, who was my favorite rookie to watch. He won a Super Bowl, so I doubt he cares about the dang on award for rookie of the year. But he'll take that Super Bowl any day of the week. But yeah, that Browns linebacker, he's very good. So I have no problem with that.
Very good. Just reading his stats: 146 tackles, 11 were for a loss, and he had 2 interceptions.
Yep.
And what's even crazier is he was a walk-on in college.
He was everywhere.
Like
really good.
That Joker was the absolute truth.
Solid.
And then offensive player of the year, JSN, easily the best wide receiver in the NFL this
down.
year. I know we had the
Easily.
argument the other week about like him and Puka, and I think him and Puka are really. I don't think they're close. Like route running, creating space, all that JSN clears, but that spectacular catching, that's where Puka enters the conversation. But JSN was
Yeah.
easily the best
But see,
quarterback
and to me,
quarterback receiver.
I think it's just because like they don't highlight JSN's spectacular catching the way they do for Puka because JSN snags that thing out the air so many times. But another thing is where I think the difference
blow a lot
is
of people out this year, and you did get a lot of touches at the end because they were blowing people out.
Another thing that was the issue that I saw their JSN and stuff is like JSN can get true separation where Puka.
Yep.
I think, and this is nothing against Puka. I think Puka is phenomenal, and if you put it in his range, he's going to come down with that ball. So this is not a shot against Puka, but JSN knows how to create more separation than Puka does. And so JSN doesn't need to do so many spectacular
He's just a better
catches.
route runner.
Yeah.
That's all it is. He's a better route runner.
There's no one on him.
He's
so
one of the most elite route runners I've
Easily.
seen on a football field.
And if you hear the other Ohio State receivers in the league, they all say, like, I know y'all try to give it to everybody else, but JSN is actually the best of us. Like, they all admit it. So I've always liked JSN. I liked him at Ohio State. I always thought he was the dog there. Even though he was playing the background to everybody else, I always thought he was like a I wanted the Eagles to get him. So, hey, there's a lot of people in Seattle that I wanted because I really wanted Imawari this past draft. I really wanted him. I liked him at South Carolina. I thought he was a stud. So, hey, Seattle, they're recruiting whoever he is need a raise because he is hitting right now. He is hitting. But, we got to shout out Robbie Oots, too. He's the fullback for Seattle. Shout out to Robert Oots, Alabama legend. I think that's it for the NFL honors.
Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, wait, rookie of the year, Tyler Shaw. Do I think?
What? Rookie of the year?
Rookie of the year.
What are we just giving it to everybody nowadays? Oh, y'all just pissed me off. Rookie of the year?
Was he the rookie of the year?
Hey, JR, you being dead serious?
Look.
There's no way.
Go back. Rookie. Tyler Shaw. I think that's it, right? That's what it's saying.
I don't think so. Offensive rookie of the year was McMillan.
Yeah, offensive rookie of the year was McMillan.
Where?
Yeah, no, Jacob's showing something. It says rookie.
He said he won something. Pepsi's
next rookie of the year. Okay. Okay, because I was about to get bad. I was about to get hot. Okay, Pepsi's next.
So he's the Pepsi.
Okay, well, fine. If Pepsi won't, that's why Pepsi's like the 5th rated. Trash. It's a trash soda, so we all know that. But that almost just pissed me off.
But I guess also we can say congrats to they announced the Hall of Fame class this year, which is Drew Brees, Roger Craig, Larry Fitzgerald, ridiculous guy, Luke Kuechly, Adam Vinatieri, ridiculous kicker, and
greatest kicker of all
time. Easily will go down as the greatest of all time. That kicker, how it took him this long to get into the Hall of Fame is a joke. That's what I'm saying. Like
Hall of Fame committee is a joke.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like they got to get these voting under control.
Let the people vote.
Who said it? Was it Dungy? Even though he's Tony Dungy, even though he's in some hot water because he won't release how he voted. He said, it might not have been him. Was it Ocho? I can't remember. So someone said it. They said that really the NFL, if you did not coach or play in the NFL, you should not have a vote for the Hall of Fame. I'm 1,000%.
I think the people who are in the Hall of Fame should get the vote
easily. There's enough of them now. If you're in the Hall of Fame, you should be able to vote like that. I mean, that's just the truth because these Hall of Fames are getting to become a joke of
MVP voting.
How long it is taking to get some of these people into the Hall of Fame. It makes no sense to me. Or these people that are not making first. And then have a bigger class. Like you don't have to have just a couple of people. Like There's so many people that need to be in it. Yes.
You're being so. There's just too many people now.
Yeah.
There's too many greats for you not to put them in the Hall of Fame.
Well, there's too many greats that y'all let go
Pass
on
over.
for too long. Like, it's insanity to me, like how this Hall of Fame voting is going. Like, again, even
glad
though
they did
I
Larry-
joked about it the other week, Bill Belichick not going in and one of the most winning Super Bowl coaches of all time, like,
and not being a first ballot.
it's
That
a
is crazy because
a joke.
like you said, Adam Vinatieri historically is the greatest kicker of all time, like literally, and has some of the greatest kicks of all time. Not even that. And we're sitting here looking at it, and he's a second ballot Hall of Famer, and it's like, as a kicker, what kicker can you say has done more than what that man did? He made kicking. He was one of the first kickers to start kicking it deep. Like, he was one of the ones where we were like, what are we doing kicking from 50 so much? Like, I feel like he's the guy, and I could be wrong. There could be other kickers that did it, but like in my memory, he was the guy that was like, 45, 50. Adam Vinatieri's going out there and kicking it. The Super Bowl where they cleared the snow for him to go out there and kick, or I don't know if that was the Super Bowl, it was a playoff game though. Cleared the snow for him to go to kick. Like, he had some historic kicks. There's no kicker that you can say meant more to the game, and the fact that he's a second ballot Hall of Famer. Like,
if you're a kicker,
I don't know how you.
If you're a kicker, you got to be compared to him. Are you
Exactly.
better than Vinatieri?
Well,
that's literally what the comparison is.
It was the fact that growing up, kids don't know kickers. Like, let's be real. Like, I would not know a kicker or a punter. I knew Vinatieri. Like, when I saw that name,
Everybody
I knew.
did.
Like, on the game, I would always trade for him because he's the only kicker I knew, and because he was just that good. So, yeah, they got to do something about this voting. But hey, congrats to them. I'm glad you're in it, brother. You well deserved. Luke Kuechly, well deserved. If you don't know Larry Fitzgerald, I don't know. You don't know ball.
You under a rock?
You don't know ball if you don't know him.
Has more tackles than he does have drops.
That's
all you gotta say.
Come on,
That's all you gotta say.
like, I know everybody wants to get these.
And it's not even a guy that doesn't play. Like, he's number 2 all time in receptions and number 2 all time in receiving yards, and he has more tackles than he has drops.
That's an insane thing to hear out loud. You know what I'm saying?
It wouldn't be insane if you were talking about like a guy that doesn't play, but like,
right.
the guy that's number 2 on the list behind, there's only one guy that's done it better and more tackles than drops. Like, every time I hear that stat, I'm just like, and I'm so glad I got to watch him play in person once. So
yes,
I'm so glad we got to beat him in the Super Bowl.
So stupid.
I really wanted them to win that Super Bowl. And then Drew Brees being a first ballot. Some people were kind of iffy about him being a first ballot. I thought he was.
No,
I mean,
one of the greatest
ballot.
quarterbacks of all time.
Once you get the record for the most passing yards, I mean,
and I know it got broke quick, but it got broke by the guy who will be literally considered the GOAT. Like, I don't think it's an argument.
If Tom Brady does not become a first ballot, I mean, as much as I hate the Patriots, like, come on,
blow up the Hall of Fame voters.
Like that would be a joke if Tom Brady's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like, I don't think you should, but I could even see Rob maybe not getting if Belichick didn't get it. But if Tom don't get it, come on now. We're not even being real anymore. But
no, for sure. I do have one question because they kind of talk about some snubs and stuff. And this is a guy who there's been argument about. And I'm very curious how y'all feel. There's 2 names I want to bring up here.
Okay.
Actually, 3 names.
Okay.
I'm looking at the list. And there's 3 names I want to bring up.
Okay.
First one, Eli Manning.
Hall of Famer.
Is he a Hall of Famer to y'all?
Yes. 100%.
Because there's a lot of people saying he's not. He didn't make this class again. So it's like, what?
2-time champ.
2-time champ. Beat the GOAT.
2-time champ and Super Bowl MVP and beat the GOAT.
Yeah.
Easily. And outclassed the GOAT. So, okay, cool. So y'all thank him. Another name that feels weird that he's not in yet, and I wonder how many times he's been up for it, but I can look at that later. Terrell Suggs.
Easily should be. Easily. He's one of the best defensive players I've seen. And his impact on the game, you had to know where Suggs was. Like, that I don't understand. Like, that's what I'm saying. There's too many people that should have already been in. That way you can start getting some of these guys who truly deserve to be in there but get put on the back burner because you keep getting more and more greats that coming and retiring and meeting that the window of how long you have to sit out, that you keep putting these other people on the back burner that should have been in. But yeah, definitely should be in.
And then another one that there's a lot of arguments because they consider they what people say is he was never considered the best in the league at any point in time. But if you look at his stats, he ranks up there with everybody, and that is Frank Gore.
Yeah.
Is he a Hall of Famer to y'all?
I think he should be. I think he's one of those ones where it's like I can see him getting in a class that is not like the strongest class, but definitely should be because I mean he has great stats.
Everybody. What people like to say is he did it because of longevity and not because he was elite. But to me,
but that's
the fact that he did it because of a longevity is really he's number 3 all time in rushing yards.
Yep.
I mean, longevity should be considered though, because if you're good enough that you can stay consistently good,
they consider that for Tom Brady. Longevity, his longevity.
I think longevity definitely plays a factor because that doesn't just show you're good for a couple of years and dominated for a couple of years. No, that showed like every year that you came in, you had to get worried about that person. Like what?
I'm just saying, if you end a career, and if you look at, so he's 20th for rushing TDs, which isn't great. Like I'm not going to act like that's great, but the only 2 running backs to have more rushing yards than Frank Gore are Walter Payton and Emmitt Smith. The only 2. How are you not? Now, did I think he should have been a first ballot? No. But how do you say the argument saying he's not a running backs behind him, right? You have Barry Sanders, Adrian Peterson, LaDainian Tomlinson, Jerome Bettis, Eric Dickerson. Like you got guys like that are behind him on a list and not a negative list. Like it's not like most fumbles, not a negative list. And you're saying he's not a Hall of Famer? To me, I don't know. Like he's got to be a Hall of Famer.
I'm surprised you didn't bring up T.O.
He's already in it though.
I'm talking about first, but he wouldn't.
He's in it now, isn't he?
He should have been a first ballot.
Yeah, no, these are guys. The guys I just asked you, the 3 I just asked you, are still not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
like they still haven't made it. That's why I'm asking.
The
guys I just
no,
those are the people that got snubbed this year. They were finalists that didn't make it.
We were talking about first ballot. I didn't realize.
That's why I'm saying this is what's blowing my mind. These guys are not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, like, Eli Manning
it doesn't feel right.
Oh, you know what? I knew Eli wasn't in it, but for some reason I thought I saw Suggs in the gold jacket. Oh, that's shocking to me. But okay, well, that's interesting. I knew Eli wasn't. I don't know why I thought Suggs. I thought I saw Suggs bust or something.
Because
like
it feels like he should. Like I don't know. But that does make me curious because what next year?
Jamie,
you got a couple elite guys with Hall of Fame who are going to be. You got Roethlisberger, you got Adrian Peterson, and you got Rob Gronkowski who will be on their first ballot.
All 3 should easily be first round. If Adrian Peterson is not a first round Hall of Famer, if Big Ben is not, it's a joke. If Rob is not, it's a joke. Like if those 3 names don't make it first ballot, they got to do something different because this is just a joke of.
The only one I could see, and if they go based off kind of what they had last year, the only one I could see is Adrian Peterson, and that's because of the controversy he had. They could punish him by not making him first ballot.
I hate to say it because I'm a Steelers fan, but Big Ben does have controversy.
That is true, but his controversy he played through. He didn't get a year or some change suspension like AP did. So that's one thing people have brought up. But Rob Gronkowski, I mean,
he's gonna get the bill. He's gonna get the bill treatment. No, he won't. He won't because he went in Tampa.
If he gets the bill treatment, it's going to be ridiculous.
That's the greatest tight end of all time.
I was going to say it'll get loud. He if you don't consider him the greatest or one of the greatest, because I think
one of the greatest. I'll say one of the greatest.
I don't know if I would give him the greatest.
It's very hard. It's very
rare to put. It's hard to put a lot of people above him, though. But
there's not. I wouldn't say there's an argument for different guys.
Wait a minute. It feels like we're doing a lot of posturing
about
about your other stuff when we should be talking about something that led the news today.
Huh, what are you talking about? I was just talking about the news. You know,
No,
news.
no.
We got
We
tomorrow.
want to talk about the news that happened today.
with
Early
that
this
jersey
morning.
right there.
With that, I almost wanted to say that number because I thought he had a 7 in his number.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
You want to talk about your rookie Pierce Jr.? How he rammed allegedly rammed his girlfriend's car all the way to the police station, and then got in a chase, and it took 7 to 8 officers to get him on the ground. You want to talk about that?
6 to 7
Listen,
officers.
8, 9, maybe.
have you not? Listen, it's just this is what I call being a Falcons fan. Every time you get a little hope, something like this happens. Am I excited about it? No. Am I happy about it? No.
Does he play next
Am
year?
I used to like something like this happen?
Do y'all keep
Yeah.
him?
Does he play next year?
It depends on what comes out.
My opinion, yes.
My opinion, no.
It depends on what comes out, because if it comes out like now, if he did put his hands on his girl and all that kind of stuff, like they said he did, which it looks like he did, but it's all alleged. No, I don't think he does. I think
I'm glad y'all got 2 first-round picks last year.
But we don't have any this year.
No, you can't replace that one.
Listen. If he gets out and y'all don't want him, just send him to us. We'll give you Herbie.
Jacob, he might not play again.
Yeah,
I mean, he's facing allegedly several felonies. Several felonies.
Well, because he ran from the cops, he fought the cops.
He rammed his girlfriend's car, which more than likely endangers others on the road while he was doing it.
He did get charged with assault with a deadly weapon.
I mean, we might not see.
Yeah, no. This year we don't have a pick until round 2, pick 16.
Ooh.
Dang.
Ooh.
Dang.
Y'all wasted a first round pick.
Yeah, we only have a second, a third, a fourth, a sixth, and a seventh. But yeah, no. This is life of a Falcons fan. If you ask any Falcons fan when the news came out, it was just like,
yeah,
we were having too good of a end of the year. Something had to happen.
Oh, it will.
So it just is.
Well,
when in doubt, the Falcons would do something stupid. I mean, we're the team who quarterback got arrested and sent to jail for 2 years for fighting dogs.
Which still, it's kind of interesting how you get charged when you're not there. But that's just me. I don't want to bring up old wounds. I don't care if it's on your property.
I don't have
if
to
I
get
ain't
into it.
You know what? I'm gonna go on other people's property and just start doing stuff. That's good. I don't want to bring up old wounds.
Oh, so you support it? Okay,
you support it.
Why does that always happen? Can y'all do a thumbs up and see if it pops up on y'all screen? I don't know why that always happens. But anyway, anything else y'all need to get into?
We good.
Super Bowl. Still going to the Super Bowl next year.
Congrats, Seahawks. Y'all did it. It don't matter because y'all got to come through this right here. Where's my ring? Oh, my little one took my ring.
You don't got a ring.
My little one took my ring.
You bought a fake Super Bowl ring?
Fake. I got that from Jalen himself.
Bruh. Okay. Okay, buddy.
How much did you spend on a fake Super Bowl ring?
It came with my cupcakes. All right.
Anyway. All right. Well,
subscribe. We'll see you next time.
It's this year's Super Bowl. I thought you had bought like a fake Eagles ring.
No, it came with my cupcakes last year. Hold on, let me see. How do you make that? How do makeup folks be doing this crap? Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, all right. Well, appreciate y'all listening in, and let us know if you have any questions.
Deuces.